Hi, and welcome back to Everybody's Garage. Today we're going to be talking, this kind of more of an update and some things that are going on and everything, rather than an actual video. I'm sorry guys, during the last video I had some chest congestion and I didn't realize it ended up turning into full-blown bronchitis, double ear infection and everything. I got shut down for a little bit. But anyway, I'm gonna fill you guys in on some stuff that's going on here. We're back up and running again. So anyway, we have our 2003 Craftsman, intact, runs like $1 million, as I showed in the last video. One issue we got with this mower, right here, she just rusted. This mower is solid as can be, but it is just rusted beyond relief. We gotta strip this thing down. We gotta get rid of all that paint and everything. Normally I would just do a half thing on that and, you know, respray it and everything, but this mower's to the point, it needs a full respray, so we could do that. So I don't know how good that you'll be able to see that. This axle is actually peened right over. We had our resident butcher that worked on the rest of the mower. Instead of doing it the right way, we basically pounded this axle back in. Let me see if I can get it. Yeah, it's hard to see, but it's peened right over. The guy was slamming the axle with a hammer or whatnot. In order to make the space for the wheel to fit, we were taking things like this. This is an old ball and cam thing for a Briggs & Stratton. You know, doing that, and then we're gonna put another washer on top of that, and this, it's just butchered. It's just butchered. That's all there is to it. So basically, you spin the pulley on this transmission, it's skipping and popping and everything. Both axles are the same way. They've been peened right over from being beat on. They're junk. Alright, so we're gonna have to remove this whole transmission assembly in order to change it. Like I said, this deck is rock solid except for the rust in the back of it. So this is a complete respray, bottom line. So basically, in that last video, I had mentioned a woman gave me another 2 mowers, basically a mower and a half. We got this right here. This is older Boland's. This mower supposedly ran, and she told me right out, she said they were actually using this mower to cut the lawn with. Somebody in the house left the thing outside, and it started raining. They let the gas cap off of it, and all of a sudden the mower wouldn't run anymore. So, you know, that was the end of it. And she ended up buying a brand new mower. But anyway, we also got this deck right over here. This is couldn't tell you what year. This thing did not have the engine on it. Engine was laying beside it when I got it. It's actually a very early Briggs & Stratton. 1982. You're gonna notice we have no blade brake, and there was never one in the block to begin with. You can see one thing right off here that's gonna signify that. You got the oil thing down here. You know, this is an older engine. This was laying on the ground when when I got there. So this does not go to this deck, but this deck is not rotted that bad. It's not rotted hardly whatsoever. So anyway, this deck here, like I said, she said this motor supposedly runs. This deck is just rotted. It's just rusted everywhere that could be, you know. But one thing I'm seeing on this motor is that it's not like filthy, it's not oil soaked and everything. And it actually had an air filter on it when I got it. I took that off myself. Carbs filthy, primer bulbs rotted right out and everything. But I'm thinking, now, as far as this Craftsman goes, you're talking a couple bucks. We're gonna have to strip this thing right down, give it a total respray instead of just doing a back half of it. Let's do the whole thing. All right, you're talking 40-50 bucks worth of materials and everything, and my time, which that's no big deal. I'm keeping this mower, but you know, in order to make this deck nice and keep it solid and everything, we gotta respray it. So I'm thinking, take this motor off of this deck, swap it onto this deck, and you know, make it happen. That's my plan on this one. You know, and that way it's not going to cost me a bunch of money to do this, and plus I'll have another high wheeler set up to get going on this other one. But anyway, that's the plan for right now. So just bear with me a little bit, and we'll be back in a few. Actually, to be honest with you, the first thing I'm going to do, we have the Craftsman, obviously. We've had several days of rain. The grass is going out of control. I should have more mowers to do this with, but I don't right at the time being. So what we're gonna do, I'm gonna slap the wheel back on that Craftsman. I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna go ahead and put the bagger back on it and everything, and we're gonna get this lawn cut one last final time before it comes apart. So we'll be right back.